believe to be true, that will be true for you. And so for many of us, we have wanted to change things in our life, right? We wanted to change our money story. We wanted to change our love relationship. We wanted to change things in our life. And we go to do the work to change the outer things, right? We go and change, try to change what we are seeing, and not understanding that what we are actually seeing is really a projection of our internal belief system, our self concept. So in today's video, you all, I want to share with you all 5 ways to change your self concept, because I know if you're like me, I'm like, hey, how do I change it, right? I mean, it's all great to know it's been affecting my life. It's been, keeping me, stuck or whatever, right? But tell me, Keysha, how do I go about changing my self concept so that I can now attract the things I really desire with ease and flow? Okay, so that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. On the channel on Sundays, I am going over the book, The Power of Awareness by Neville Goddard. So if you don't have that book, then definitely get it, because this is what really inspired me to go live today and talk about this more, because yesterday we really was like talking about the self-concept, and I was like, oh my goodness, this is so important. So I want to make sure that people understand how to go about changing it, right? I want to make sure I provide that content as well. So if you're brand new, what's up, you guys? Be sure to drop a comment. If you're here live, you're watching on the replay, then definitely drop a comment as well. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, be sure to do so. I am on a mission to get to 40,000 subscribers by the end of this year. I know we can do it. All right. So if you haven't already done so, hit that subscribe button and also click the bell notification. So when I go live, I come on with content like this, you don't miss it, because I am going to be dropping life-changing information for you all. I'm not here to fluff with you. I'm not here to play games with you. I'm here to absolutely tell you how to change your life, and what am I using, and what am I doing, and what am I learning. I'm sharing that with you as well. Okay. So just to recap, you guys, on the power of awareness, the I am concept, and we talked about that yesterday in the self concept. So it's I ams, that's you. All right. So you got to understand that the I am is you, right? I am the only person in this world that can say I am is going to be you. You are the only person that can say I am. So when we refer to I am, we're talking about you. Okay. So you got to get that understanding first. Okay. So I am's concept of itself that determines the form and scenery of its existence. So who do you say that you are? Whatever you say that you are, that is the truth for you. It's absolutely going to be the truth. So everything depends upon its attitude towards itself. That which it will not affirm as true of itself cannot awaken in its world. Right? So that's what we were talking about yesterday. That is your concept of yourself. That is your concept of yourself, such as I am strong, I am secure, I am loved, determines the world in which you live. In other words, when you say I am a man, I am a father, I'm an American, you are not defining different I ams. You're defining different concepts or arrangements of the one cause substance, the one I am. Okay, so that's what I wanted to deal with today, and talk about, how to improve your self-concept, because that is what is driving everything in your world. It is your self-concept, okay? And you will never outwork your self-image. You have to write that down, okay? I cannot outwork my self-image, right? And why would you want to work that hard when you can change your self-concept, right? Change how you identify, and make things easier for yourself. So let's talk about how to change your self-concept. That's our goal for today. All right. So number one, you can write these down, put them on a piece of paper. Okay. Number one, become aware of the story you are telling. Right? You can't change what you don't recognize. You can't change what you don't recognize. Start noticing your inner conversations, how you talk to yourself, the assumptions you make. I always attract emotionally unavailable men. I'm bad with money, etc. So what's the story that you are telling? You have to become aware of it. What are you saying about you? That's why I said, who do you say that I am? Who do you say that I am? Okay? Because that's what really matters. That's what really matters here. Who do you say that I am? You say I am strong, then you are strong. Let the what they say, let the Let the weak say, I am strong. Let the poor say, I am rich. Okay, so identification, change how you see you. All right, so let's go back. Okay, so that's the first thing. So tell a new story. So that's why I like to say, hey, tell a new story. Stop telling that story that of you not able to pay your bills, or stop telling the story of you always attract this type of man, or stop telling that story. We're no longer there. We don't live there anymore. Okay, so all right, so let's go to number 2. All right, so rehearse. So number 2 is decide who you are. Decide. You have to decide. This is not something that somebody else can do for you. You have to decide, who have I decided to be? Who are you? Right? Who do you say that I am? Right? So your new self-concept begins with a decision. Y'all listen here, okay? Your new self-concept begins with a decision. Choose an identity that aligns with the version of you who already has the life you desire. Example, I'm the woman who is loved deeply and provided for effortlessly. Y'all can see my affirmations are always about, how I choose to show up. I'm Chanel. I told you guys my brand is Chanel, okay? And I am loved, I'm cherished, I am adored, I'm safe, I'm powerful, all right? I am worthy. So those are things I say, that's who I am, okay? I am healthy. I told you guys a story yesterday about how I decided to become healthy. I decided to be healthy. I decided at 175 pounds. Okay, so I didn't decide to be healthy once I had released the weight and once I had started working out at the gym and once I started drinking water and all that. No. I decided I am healthy. Okay, and then I said, what is one action that you can take to solidify the identification? What's one action? What's a simple action that you can keep your word with yourself? That's something that you can do to identify, to show that, hey, I've decided to be a healthy woman, okay? I decided to start walking 10,000 steps. That was my thing. And as I started doing one thing, other things started to show up for me, right? So anyway, so I am a woman. So you can affirm, I don't chase, I attract. My energy creates my reality. All right. Number 3, all right, is rehearse the new version daily. Okay. Rehearse the new version daily. This is where repetition rewires your subconscious. Use affirmations, voice memos, and visualizations to live in the end. When you catch yourself thinking from the old self, gently shift back and say, that's not me anymore. I am the version who already has it. You guys, you have to decide first, right? You make the decision, and then this universe has to line up with what you have actually decided, right? And so I always say that you don't have to do affirmations. You don't have to do scripting. You don't have to do anything. Okay, like manifestation is not about, you don't have to do a single technique and you can have exactly what you desire, right? Because when you decide, that's all you have to do is decide. That is the work, right? And when you make a decision, the cooperative components of this universe go to work to bring to you what is required for you to fulfill that particular desire. And it don't matter if you script, it don't matter if you write your affirmations, it don't matter if you robotic affirm, it don't matter if you don't have to do none of that stuff. Right? If you have to do that in order to solidify the identification, okay, do that. Right? You may have to do some robotic affirming to solidify the identity that you have decided on. Okay, do that. But it's not required for the manifestation. Right? None of that's required. Those are techniques that people came up with that. And no, everything you need to manifest the life you desire, you came here with when you were born. That's your imagination. Right? That's why Neville Goddard talks about the state of the wish fulfilled, right? When you go out, drift off into sleep, imagine yourself in the scene. Create a mental movie, a picture in your mind. Once you decide it, then just play the picture every night, right? When you go to bed, just play the picture every night and imagine yourself, right, in the actual wish fulfilled. All right, number 4, change your environment to match your identity. This is so important, ladies. I talk about this, right? So your surroundings reinforce who you believe you are. If your house is messy, okay, right? If your car is messy, if you just have mess everywhere, that reinforces who you believe that you are, right? If you have old clothes that are like holy and that they need to be thrown away, right? throw them away. Because that is an identification, right? So you're saying that when you hold on to things that you need to get rid of, you're saying you're living in lack. You're saying, I don't know if I will have the resources to buy this again. Should I want it? So I'm going to hold on to this just in case. We do not live in the just in case. Listen here, if you want it again, you'll buy it again. Throw it away, especially if it's not up to par with the woman or the man that you have decided to be, right? I tell you, my brand is Chanel. So I literally, you guys, I had a utensil holder for my forks and spoons and things like that, you guys. It was like a plastic utensil holder. It was white. I probably got it from the Dollar Tree, you guys. Listen, I threw away anything that did not match the Chanel brand. The woman that I had decided to be, I was like, oh no. So anything in my house, it's like, no, that had anything. I look at it, does this match the Chanel brand? Yes or no? If it doesn't match, I throw it away. I get something new, whatever, right? So you update your wardrobe, your routines, your digital spaces, even your phone background to reflect the next level self. Act like her now, and reality must catch up. Okay? Act like her now, and reality must catch up. All right, number 5. This is our last one. If you haven't already done so, be sure to subscribe, right? Hit that subscribe button. Click the bell notification so when I go live, you guys are notified. And yeah, you guys, drop me a comment. If you guys, which one of these you guys are you like, yeah, Keysha, that's the one I definitely need to work on. I'm definitely going to work on that. And all right, so number 5 is persist. Persist, right? Even when the 3D says otherwise. The outer world reflects old assumptions. Okay, the outer world reflects old assumptions. Don't get discouraged when results lag. Your job is to stay faithful to your new self-concept until it hardens into fact. Affirm, it is done. The world is simply catching up to who I already am. You know, I just like to say, it's done, it's done, it's done, it's done. It's done. It is done. When I ask, it is given. When I ask, it is given. When I make the decision, right, it is given. This 3D world has some lag in it. It's got to catch up, and that's totally fine, right? Deny the evidence of your senses. That's what Neville Goddard would say, right? Deny the evidence of your senses. So whatever the 3D is showing to you, deny it. Deny it. If it does not align with who you decide to be, if it does not align with the I am, if it does not align with the I am, you deny the evidence of the senses. You said that is not my reality. That is not mine. Is no. No. That's not mine. Almost like a little kid, like a little toddler or something like that. When they want something, you know, you're like, no, right? That's what you do. No. That's not mine. No. Deny the evidence of your senses. Act like it's not there. Ignore it. It is not the truth. That is not the truth. That's not my life. That's not my reality. I'm healthy. I am wealthy. I'm provided for. I'm safe. I'm worthy. I'm wealthy. I am loved. I'm cherished. I'm adored. So if you encounter a man that you're dating and he's not cherishing you, he's not adoring you, okay? If he's not loving you, if he doesn't love you 10 times more than you love him, that's my rule, right? Okay, it's like, listen, you gotta like me 10 times more than I like you, okay? So if that doesn't show up, you guys, you deny that. You deny the evidence of your sins. You deny that. That's not it. Right? And you don't live in this lack mentality that, oh my God, there's no good men and I have to choose, he's the best one. And no, deny it. Okay. Tell him goodbye. Okay. Tell him goodbye. You don't want that. Okay. All right, you guys. So that's 5 ways you can change your self-concept, because this is the most important thing, as I was saying in the Neville Goddard's book. The power of awareness, okay? The self-concept, okay? I'll read it to you guys again. It says, I am's concept of itself that determines the form and scenery of its existence. So your self-concept, how you see you, it solidifies, it forms your scenery of your existence. Everything depends upon its attitude towards itself. That which it will not affirm as true of itself cannot awaken in its world. Right? So you got to know that. Okay. So the self-concept is everything. You guys, listen, hey, thanks so much for joining me here today. If you haven't already done so, be sure to hit that subscribe button and subscribe. Also, click that bell notification so when I go live, you guys are absolutely notified. And I will see you guys in my next video. I love you guys so much. Talk to you soon. Bye.